after that, we will expect May and Judy to continue to cooperate as joint parents of the children. So, but with this attitude of some people, you are making such necessary cooperation in the future impossible. Zen should not go to Judy's house. God forbid. They are practicing witchcraft now. Well, this is exactly what you think. Well, the court will not agree with you on that. I know. The court will not agree with you. I don't see. You and Judy are not married today. They are not husband and wife today. But they may become husband and wife if you get divorced. And if they become husband and wife, whether you like it or not, Judy will become stepmother to May's children.
So this has been going on for a while now. I mean, come on. There are certain reality that you can do nothing about. But what you can do a lot about, you will do a lot about it. There is something called, well, let me put it this way. The thing is this. At the end of the day, as long as EDOCHIE does what EDOCHIE needs to do for his children, the underaged ones, the court cannot stop. It might be a supervised visit, which I do not know what the court will conclude upon as per Mary's request. I do not know. A supervised visit. It is not possible for the court to stop EDOCHIE from assessing his children. Now, if Mary says, don't worry, I'm going to pay their bills, they don't need to be with you. Still, it does not work that way. Now, a lot of Mary's fan, May Nation, do not like that part of what the lawyer said, that either Mary or whoever likes it or not, both of them will have to somehow co-parent in a way. Now, that's the thing about stepmom, stepdad, step this, step that. I am not a fan of those step this, step that, but reality is reality. I am not a fan of it. And it's not by force to be step anything. Now, let us look at it. If the court finally rules and says, okay, mister, you will have your holiday with your children. They will live with their mom. You will have holidays, and those children have no say. That's the stand of the law. They have no say. They can't say, we don't want to, unless Mary is able to prove to the court. And you cannot prove to the court citing juju. Oh, they are going to unalive my children. Judy Austin is going to spiritually disintegrate my children. None of those can be proven in court, and the court does not accept such. It's a a terrible situation right now. Very complex and complicated situation right now. If we have to look at the emotional part of it, we will say, God forbid, Mary cannot allow her children go to EDOCHIE for holiday or even be around him. He's a dangerous man. He can pie them. Yeah. If we have to go by that, emotion. But emotion does not operate with the law. They are too different. They don't work together. EDOCHIE, as long as he pays child support, will assess his children the way he wants it. And most of the times, it will be holiday. Holiday will be spent with daddy. That's how it is. Holiday will be spent with daddy. But those kids will be permanently living with Mary. That's how it is going to be at the end of the day. Mary cannot decide over this. It's not possible. Those are the dangers of breaking a family apart. And then, because you, Letitia, will also cite the same, like, oh, what about my children with whoever Mary decides to be with? What's going to happen? What's going to happen to them? Now, Judy Austin knows that people are looking at her. People are watching. They're observant. They want to know, what is she going to do to those children, directly or indirectly? Is she going to be slowly attacking them? It's so dangerous. So dangerous. Now, when Kamili Chuku passed away, a lot of people, felt that certain things that cannot be explained happened, and it all came from Judy Austin. Well. Like I said, a lot of people are not happy with the lawyer. Let me call it as he presented it. He's not really a lawyer. He is basically a legal advisor, sort of. That's what he is. So he's saying what the law states and what could eventually become. For example, Mary cannot travel with those underage children without Edochie's permission, unless she decides to use some kind of illegal way to get those kids out of Nigeria. She can't. Things are more complex than what people think. In the eyes of the law, per life, you have children together. You can't just wake up and say the man is not good, so therefore I'm taking my children away. Oh, my children are not safe with him. Mary, the onus is on Mary to prove to the court that Edochie is a dangerous man. And you have to prove not by, look at him, he can go and buy my son, his wife can buy my son. You have to prove beyond reasonable doubt that Edochie is suffering from mental illness. Therefore, those kids cannot be around him. Unless this legal limbo thing will be fought till those kids are 18. And that's going to be a long time. It's going to be a long time to fight to finish. Danielle is free. She is already old enough to be by herself like an adult. But the rest is going to be a journey that will be expensive, and I don't know. I don't really know. Unless Edochie is unwilling to fight to finish. So about being stepmom, stepdad, a lot of people don't want to hear that. In fact, I don't even like to hear stepdad, stepmom, step this, and all of those gibberish. I don't really like the idea of it. But about both of them co-parenting, I guess the lawyer is referring to the visit. If those kids visit, Edochie, Judy Austin definitely will be there. And Judy Austin will cook. Those kids will not be like, no, we are not going to eat anything that you cook. We're only going to eat what our daddy cooks. It's a very complex situation. Very complex. So that's where the part of stepmom, and saying, you know how terrible it is. Your own children can go over to the other house, but the children of the other cannot come to your own house, so that you guys can do a check and balance. Like, in case you try to hurt my children, know that yours are also with me. In this case, it is Mary that will always have her heart unsettled, a mind unsettled, whenever those children go visiting daddy.